Hey beautiful people, this is your girl T, and I am back to do my completed coloring pages or colored pages or completed pages, however you want to say it, for the months of January, February, and March. I decided that I'm gonna actually do mine once a quarter. Excuse me. Um, just so that I'm not rushing to get pages done. But that being said, you guys, I colored in 27 books and I've completed 66 pages for January, February, and March. So I'm going to go ahead. I can't show you guys this. I mean, the stack is huge. So I'm going to go ahead and just show you guys the pages. They're in no particular order. Just whatever comes off the top stack is what's next, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. I hope everybody's doing well, even during COVID-19, that y'all are keeping positive and not, getting sucked into the negativity that's on social media in regards to COVID-19. Not saying not to stay informed and in the know, but just don't get sucked into that because it can actually be kind of depressing and bring you down if you don't watch. If you're getting sucked into it. So, but anyways, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so this here is from the Mariella Budek set of art. And let me see if I can remember what I used. I did not write on the back, but I can tell for her skin, I did use, I think these are Cali Art markers for the skin, and also for the hair. Everything else I believe I used Faber-Castell pencils, and then the background I did with Lyra Aquarelle crayons. And I did use some white gel pen too. And I think she turned out beautiful. All right, next. Next I colored in Les Grands Classiques, Tome 3. I've done 2 pages in here. When this, I don't know who this is, guys. I had to look in the back because I was like, who is that? But I did complete that page. And in these books, I am using only Crayola Super Tips at this time. And then I did the prints from Princess Frog. All right. Those are really fun to do, actually, and I'm really enjoying those color by numbers a lot. All right, next, I colored in color by number art animal stencils. I did several in this book. All right, this one I did because I actually did a review of this book, and so I did this page. Well, I did this, just the dog in the page, but I went ahead and completed this page just for, just to finish it. It was really fun to do. I'm actually liking these color by numbers, so I did a lot in this book. This was fun. I used, these are also Crayola Super Tips. Again, Crayola Super Tips. The colors are kind of weird, but it's still fun. Again, Crayola Super Tips. And I did one back here. And this one again, Crayola Super Tips. So this one is actually from their Travel Mosaic color by number book. But I wanted to do this one just to see how I liked it, to see if I'm going to buy that book. And I think I might. All right, so again, that was color by number art animal stencils. Next, I colored in Color by Number Spring Awakening by Zen Doodle. As you can see, I was into color by numbers for a bit for this quarter. And I colored this picture here, and I did use Crayola Super Tips, I believe. Let's see. Yes, Crayola Super Tips. This was really fun to do. And very easy because, the spaces are big. All right. Next, I colored in Big Fantasy Coloring Book in Grayscale, 100 Illustrations to Color by Molly Harrison. And I'm sorry, the last book was by Deborah Muller. All right, so I did this one here. Very fun. I think she turned out really nice. I love grayscale. I don't know, something about it. Just, it's really nice. And this is a great book to have. I mean, you have all of these grayscale, beautiful grayscale pictures in one book. So, again, that was Big Fantasy Coloring Book in Grayscale by Molly Harrison. Next, I colored in Home Sweet Home by Teresa Goodridge. And I did this in my favorite color, pink. This was really fun, pink and gray. And on this page I used Cali Art markers and Arteza Expert colored pencils. All right, the next book I did was the Dr. Seuss coloring book. And I did a double page spread in here. This was really fun. This was done with Lyra Aquarelle watercolor. And I did use, I believe, Arteza pencils, I believe. And then I did use a little gel pen in here to give it, probably can't see, a little shimmer. Took me a long time, but this was so fun, guys. So I'm looking forward to working in this book again. So again, that was the Dr. Seuss coloring book. Next, I colored in Pop Manga Mermaids and Other Sea Creatures. I did this page here. I had a boo-boo on the background, so I had to come up with something. And this is what I came up with. Not too pleased with it, but it is done. I do like the color purples that I used for the creature. But it was fun. And I think this is, don't recall what I used on this one. Sorry, I don't recall what I used, but the background is done in acrylic paint with Posca yellow dots all over the page. The next page I did was in Mystery Colors Christmas. Did the first page in the book. These are so fun, guys. If you like color by number or you don't know what to try, I would suggest getting one of these or a Sun Life drawing one. They are really fun. Even the Zen Doodles are fun if you don't like tiny spaces, because these are tiny, tiny numbers, but it turns out so nice when you do it. And I can't wait to do this, more of this, but I won't do this until end of the year, around Christmas time again. So, Mystery Colors Christmas. Next, I have Sweets and Treats by Zen Master Coloring Books. This is another page that I did a review on. And I started off using colored pencils, but the paper and the pencils I was using made it so hard. I switched over to markers just to finish it. I do like this coloring book. I just don't like using pencils in this book, so I won't use pencils again. But I colored my favorite treat, which is donuts. And I don't have any while we're locked in, stayed at home. So, but this one I did use, I ended up using Crayola Super Tips. All right, so that is Sweets and Treats by Zen Master Coloring Books. The next one is Just Add Color Kaleidoscopes, and this is another review I did, and you can find that in my videos, my list of videos. And this is a mandala, kind of square mandala page, and this one I did use Crayola Super Tips. And I'm trying to see. Oh yeah, sorry. And this is a Barron's coloring book. It doesn't say. Let me see who the illustrators are. It's really hard on these kind of books to see who illustrators are. Sometimes you have to look in the back, but then a lot of times they don't tell you. So, but again, that's Just Add Color Kaleidoscopes. All right, the next one I worked in was Whimsical Wonders, the artist edition by Julia Sperry. And I did this, which I was so proud of. So I actually picked up some glossy accents, guys, and look at that. Look at her eyes. I used glossy accents in the flower, on the flowers in her hair, and on her eyes. And then I used glitter gel pen. I don't know if you guys can see it with my lighting, but this page was so cute. I was so happy with it. And I used in the background, let's see what I used. I didn't say what I used, but I'm pretty sure it was Lyra watercolor crayons and markers. I based everything in markers, and those were probably the Cali Art markers. And I cannot remember what I shaded with, but I did do some shading on it. So yay, she's so cute. All right. The next book I worked in was A Million Dogs. This was for a color along that I did in my Facebook group. And I colored this cute dog. I gave him some spots. He doesn't come with spots, but I gave him to him. And this was just something quick I did. It was really fun to do with the group. So again, that one was A Million Dogs by Lulu Mayo. Next, I colored in One Color Mosaic Carpets coloring book, and this was a book that Sun Life Drawing asked me to do a review on, and I did. So I did work a lot in this book. This was really fun to do. This one I did use I think Sharpies in this book. No, I take that back. I did use alcohol marker, but I can't remember. All right, and then I also did the one in Sharpies on my review. I did this in the speed color. I used one color. And then these I used the Daiso. There's some Daiso markers called Fluently or Fluent. And I did use those on this page. Really fun to do. And the last one I did in this book, again with the Fluently or Fluent markers from Daiso. All right. The next book I colored in, I did a review of this book by Barron's, or you might see, let's see, the page I did, this is a large book. I'm going to try to see if I can fit it in. I did the Eiffel Tower. This was so fun, you guys. I'm just going to slide it up so you guys can try to get most of it in there. That's the bottom. But yes, this was so fun. I cannot wait to work more in this book. And these are the images are done by John Woodcock. Okay, and if you want to see the review I did on this company, it's going to be listed in the videos as well. The company is called Peterson's Publishing. And this was so fun, guys. I don't know, I gotta look at this page again. When I was doing it, I was like, I don't know what this is. But then my son, the 7-year-old, was like, that looks like the Eiffel Tower. I was like, how do you know? And he was right. So cool. It was so fun. All right. Next up, we have Joyous Blooms to Color. This is by Ellery Fowler. And this is a wallpaper page I did as a buddy color in my group. And this one I used, I don't remember. More than likely, the background was done with the Lyra watercolor crayons. And then I used glitter glue. And I think I used, I used Stabilo markers, and I shaded with, I believe I shaded with Artezas on this. That was really fun to do. It was a challenge to do a wallpaper kind of page, so I did that one. Next, I colored in Cercles Magiques, Disney Babies, and I did this one here. Very fun, very fun. If you guys don't have any of these books, I would highly recommend them. If you are, if you have issues with your eyes, I probably would not unless you have a magnifying glass, and you can use a magnifying glass to help you because the numbers are really tiny. I had to take my glasses off to see them. And I also did Dumbo. So this is really fun. This is a fun book. All right, so that was it in Disney Babies, Cercles Magiques, or Magique. Next, I colored in the word in color. Okay, this one, let's see who it's by. I don't really know. It's like one of those Christian art publishers. So I did I did 3 in this book. So I did this one, and I just recently did this, with everything going on. I just needed some inspiration. It says, be strong and courageous, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. Very important to know that if you are a Christian or not. You have to believe in a higher power. So the next book, or the next page I colored, is this one here. Great is the Lord and most worthy of praise. Psalms 96:4. And this one, I did it fast. I did it with the Lyra Aquarelle watercolors. And then I just shaded a little bit with, I think I used Crayola. Yes, Crayola color pencil. Sorry, I can get it out. All right, the last page I did in this book was Be Still and Know That I Am God. Again, Lyra Aqua Color. And I did use, okay, this one I used Conda markers. They're an alcohol marker. Very simple and fun to do. All right. The next book I worked in was Nice Little Town Interiors. And this is by Tatiana Bogomolova. Did one in this one. This was also buddy color in my Facebook group. Very, very fun to color. I love this book. I am working on another page. I have a whip in here right now I'm working on. But I do love doing interiors. That's what I was in school for. So I do love coloring them a lot. It's very fun for me. All right. Next, we have the 50 original hand-drawn designs, mandalas by Color It. This is my first Color It coloring book. They sent it to me to do a review. I was so grateful for that. I feel very honored. And I did this page as a speed color. You can also find that in the list of videos. All right, and this one I used Cali Art markers. It was very fun. The paper's so nice for so nice for markers. I love how they just glide on that paper. Great, great book. All right. Again, that was 50 original hand-drawn designs, mandalas, volume 3. We're getting down to the last few, hopefully. All right, next we have Mythomorphia by Kirby Rosanes. And I did this page. I had a boo-boo in the background, so I went with green. I said, I'm not going to try to fix it. And actually, I like the way it turned out with the green. I did start running out of my green Posca over here, so don't pay attention to that. But I really enjoyed doing this picture. And this was also a buddy color in my Facebook group. Then I did this double page spread. I really, really love how this turned out. I wanted to make 2 separate pictures. So the greens don't really match. The trees are pretty much kind of the same, but they're not as dark as these because I wanted to give the effect of the sun setting over here on this side and just daylight over here. So this was really fun. Took a while. I also used, I used Prismacolor on this, and I did use some glitter gel pens. I used a Sharpie metallic paint pen for the gold and a gel pen over here for the silver helmet or knight's helmet. And really, really fun. I really enjoyed working in this book this last couple of months. Again, that's Mythomorphia, Kirby Rosanes. Next, I colored in Color Me Stress Free. Yes, I was feeling a little stressed. I needed to color in this book. And so I colored this picture here. It's a mandala. And I used, Spectrum Noir markers and Crayola color pencils and the Dollar Tree Jot gel pens. And they are nice and shimmery too, if you can see. Really nice. So this is really simple and fun to do. Again, that's Color Me Stress Free, and this is by Dr. Angela Porter. Okay, the next one that I did was the Nature Mandala coloring book by Cynthia Emerald. I think that's right. And I colored this page here. Very fun to do. You can see I use metallic markers from the Dollar Tree. I did not like them, but I refused to go over it. You can see that here. They're not good at all. I used some glitter glue and let me see what markers. I used Cali Art markers and I shaded with the Jane Davenport colored pencils on this page. And it turned out nice, except for this, this silver here. But I refused to go back over it. So it's like, it is what it is. I know we all have those days when it's like, okay, whatever. It's done. All right. I have Fantasia by Nicholas Chandranata, also known as Nick Filbert. And I colored this page here. This one I finished on the 31st or 30th, one of those 2 dates. I had so much fun coloring her. Let me put her on the screen. I had so much fun coloring her, and you can see, I don't know if you can see, I have some gel pens sparkling in her on these little, I don't know what these are, bubbles or whatever you want to call them. And all of my favorite colors, of course, together, and it's very fun to do. This is Lady Spring. All right, and this one I did use Arteza color pencils, Lyra Aqua color crayons, and Sakura gel pens. That's it. All right, so the next book we have is Mystery Colors Baby Animals. And I did one in this one. I did the baby elephant. I did the first page of each one of these books. I only have 2, but this was really fun. He turned out so cute. This one, I used Crayola Super Tip. Yeah, Crayola Super Tip markers. And again, that's Mystery Colors Baby Animals. All right, we're getting down to the last 3. This one I've done a lot in. This is my full book challenge. So I will share these pictures with you guys. But for quarter 2, I'm hoping by the end of the second quarter, I'll have this whole book finished. So I will share these now, but I won't share any more until I'm done with the book. So this is Gnomes in the Neighborhood, an artist coloring book by Denise Klett. And I've done this page here. And I don't recall what I used. I didn't start writing what I used until further back in the back. But I did use white gel pens to give the sky a little bit of dimension, I guess. Stars. All right, this one here, I know I used Crayola Super Tips. And that's it. No shading, straight coloring. It is really hard for me to straight color. I always want to shade. It's just a part of me. As you can see, I attempted to start shading here and I was like, no, I said I was going to do straight coloring. So I stopped. All right. Next, I did this cutie meditating on some flowers and nice purple colors here. I used the Lyra Aquarelle in the back to base it, and then I shaded, and I do not recall what I shaded with, but that turned out really cute. And some of these I will be doing backgrounds and some I'm not. It just depends on how I feel. Okay, this is the next one. This is really fun to do as well. Again, Lyra Aqua color crayons, and let's see if I wrote it back. No, these are not ones. And I did some shading with colored pencils on that. This one is straight color pencils, and I wanted to do something different, so I just used the Faber-Castell metallic, eco metallic pencils on this page. So everything is done in those I think 5 or 6 metallic pencils. This was fun. It was a challenge for me to try to figure out what to do with her. Her hair is like the silver gray, so I liked it. All right, this next one is done with the same aqua. Let's make sure. Oh no, this one's done, yeah, with aqua color crayons, Crayola Super Tips, and Crayola color pencils for shading. Very fun to do. Her books are always so cute. I love doing her books. Although there is a lot of pages, and I'm like, why did we choose this as a challenge? This is a full book challenge in my group. But I'm like, oh gosh, we voted on this book, but I didn't vote for this book, but they did. Majority rules. So, all right. So here we have this one here. Same. I didn't put what I used, so, but I know I based it because the paper's warped. I based it with the watercolor crayons and shaded with pencil. And this one I used alcohol markers. Oh no, Crayola Super Tips and Crayola color pencils. Okay, this one I used, okay, for this one I based it with the watercolor crayon, and then I used Koh-i-Noor polycolor pencils to shade. And I really like this page. I like the blue. Their blue is really pretty. Okay, this one here I used for the background is the watercolor crayon, and I don't know, I think I continued using the Koh-i-Noor because I like the way it colored in the paper, so I believe that's Koh-i-Noor as well. Okay, all pink, my favorite color, yay! This one was done right before Valentine's Day. I gave her stickles and her, I don't know if you can see that in this, yeah, you can a little bit. I did stickles in this little line work in her hat. And this one I used only colored pencils. So this was the Guang Hui color pencils and stickles only. And it turned out so cute. I love it. All right, next we have this cute page with orange, blue, and yellow. I think this is all colored pencils. Yes, Arteza color pencils and gel pens. So we have some shimmery gel pens, glittery gel pens in that one. Okay. Oops, that's not one. All right. Then we have this cute page here. This was so fun to do. I wanted to keep it kind of simple. Not doing backgrounds and all these like I stated. But it was really fun, and I love the way she turned out. So I used Soho colored pencils and Crayola Super Tips for this one. And the only Super Tips were used were in the black. I mean, the black areas. Everything that's in black, I did use Super Tips for that. That's it. Everything else were the Soho colored pencils, and they work really nice on this paper. All right, next we have this page here. This looks like markers. Yes, Crayola Super Tip markers and Soho colored pencils and the Dollar Tree gel pens, the glitter ones. Yeah, that's cute. I like that page too. Then we have another page here. I didn't do much shading. I just added glitter gel pens and just did markers. And I know that these are Crayola Super Tips. Yeah, Crayola Super Tips. And I think I did a little shading somewhere because I see that on here. Oh yeah, for the wood. I did do a little shading on the wood, but I didn't do any shading on the books. So try to do straight color, but it's hard. All right, then I have this one here I did. And this one, I did a little shading, but this one is Crayola Super Tips and Guang Hui colored pencils. Okay, this one here is done with the Daiso markers. I did a little shading. I don't recall what I used for the shading. And then of course I used the Dollar Tree glitter gel pens. Somebody sent me those, and I was like, ooh, these are kind of nice for the Dollar Tree gel pens. So I went back and got like 2 more packs. Just to use in books that, maybe are not as fancy, and I don't want to use my really nice ones in, just to have a nice gel pen in them anyhow. All right, so this is the next one I did, of course, my favorite colors. And this one I did use Spectrum Noir markers, Leisure Art, Premium pencils, and Jot gel pens. So my goal in this book is to kind of like use all of the colored pencils and markers that I have in my stash. And so far I'm doing pretty good. But when I like the way something is working on a page, I kind of use it on the next page and the next one. I want to try not to do that for the remainder of the book though. This one was markers, alcohol markers, and I believe they were the Cali Arts. Oh, that's a whip. Okay, and then I have a couple whips. I won't show you guys those. And the last one in this book that I'm going to share is this one here. This is also a buddy color in my group, and I used Derwent watercolor pencils for the base, Jot gel pens, Faber-Castell Goldfaber, and glitter glue. So I used several, and look at her wings all sparkly, so pretty. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I like it. Turned out really nice. All right, so again, that was Gnomes in the Neighborhood, an artist's coloring book by Denise Klett. All right, down to the last 2, y'all. Thank you for sticking with me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so we have Fairy Miracles. This is another book that I'm going to be completing this year, and we'll see. We will see. Oh, I've challenged myself to complete 3 books this year, you guys, and I think I'm doing pretty good so far. So this is the page that I did. I know I used Faber-Castell pencils, and I know I based this with the Lyra watercolor crayons. And I did use some stickles. Look at her wings, just glossy and pretty. I think she turned out really cute. And I am also coloring this page over here. And there's going to be something special I'm doing in this section of each page that has it. And you guys will see that when the book is complete. It's something really special that I have planned for that. All right. Oh, that's a whip. All right. And then I also did this page here. The little dragon, one sleeping, one flying. And of course, I gave them sparkly wings. And I used glossy accents on these little dots here to make them look kind of wet. Because I don't know what they are. I mean, I could have colored them as water droplets, but she's carrying it. So I thought it was like pollen balls or something like that. You know, with all the pollen all around everywhere, covering everything, I was like, that's pollen. It's got to be pollen. But anyways, yeah. This one, I do not recall what I used. I want to say I used Arteza Expert colored pencils on this for the shading. But again, based with Lyra. And the last page I want to share with you guys is this one. Yay, she's so pretty. I love it. I love her. Look at her wings. Yeah, this one too, I based it with Lyra. And I think on this one I did use, I want to say I used, I think I used Koh-i-Noor because I like the way the Koh-i-Noor, I think these are Koh-i-Noor, but I didn't write these ones down. But I think it was Koh-i-Noor because I just like the way that they work on this paper too. And Posca, not Posca, but white gel pen to go around her wings to soften those up, those dark lines. And that was really fun to do. I should have put glossy accents on her eyes, but that's okay. And I did some glitter glue on her little pendant on her neck. I don't know if you guys can see. All right, so that was it for that book, you guys. And last but not least, another book that I'm doing for Full Book Challenge, or not Full Book Challenge, but to challenge myself to finish, is The Ink House by Rory Dobner. And I did this page. I'm going to zoom in because that's so small. I really, really enjoy doing this page. And I asked my son, what color eye should I give him? He goes, red. I'm like, oh. That's his favorite color right now, so everything's red, red. So I did that page. I then did this page. Oh, hold on. Let me zoom back out for you guys. Sorry. Oops, wrong way. Come on, T. All right, so then I did this page here. This was really hard because you don't know, like, okay, you see the stairs going up, but it's like, what's happening here? And I had to use my own imagination and just follow this wall from this side up just to figure that out. But I like the way it turned out. I also did this page here, which is just a small bottle. And of course, I'm using my favorite color in this book. And the last page I did was this other intro page with a pink castle. Let me zoom in a little bit here. And I am using water mediums in this. I think these were all done with ink tints. Yeah, these are ink tints. So Derwent ink tints on all of these pages in this book. I plan to do that with most of these and do probably some shading. But I'm not really sure just yet. We will see. All right, y'all. Well, that's all that I had. I want to thank you for sticking around to watch all of these because it was quite a bit. I can't believe I colored 66 pages. I must really be a little stressed out, but you know, all in all, God is good, and at least I have a great hobby to keep me busy, keep me focused on the things that I need to be focused on, and to, you know, have some hope and I guess just some hope that things will get better soon and give me something to do in the meantime besides working at home. But I thank you guys again for watching. If you're new to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe by clicking the subscribe button and the bell if you want to be notified when I post another video. And for all of you who are subscribers, go ahead and hit the like button. I would really appreciate it. All right, y'all. Till next time, take care.